Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. I'm Brian and I'm joined as always by Ryan. Ryan, how are you?
Brian, I'm doing as well as can be expected.
Yeah. So right off the bat, best episode of the season?
Yeah, absolutely. I would definitely have to agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm more and more impressed with this show. I was gonna say, obviously, with living in New England, the weather's a little down, but this show definitely is
Bringing the spirits up.
absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, especially this ending, very, very hype. I've seen people say that this is probably the best post Game of Thrones uh, episode of these Westeros shows, better than any House of the Dragon show. I don't know how you feel about that, but it's clear people are being picked up, as you said, by it.
Um, I guess like the way what do the kids say now? Like this show is pretty like electric. Like it's got a lot of like
Sure.
it's got vibes for sure. It pops.
Hmm. Yep.
So I'll give
I
it
heard,
that. But
a lot of hope core people saying Dunk is like the face of like hopefulness.
I don't even know what that means. But yeah, no, for sure. But I would really have to go back and look. I mean, there are some pretty good House of the Dragon episodes. Yeah, to any off the top of my head, to any quite strike a chord like this. Not necessarily they have moments, but I mean, yeah, this was a good episode. It was a really good episode. I thought they've all been good. Like to be honest, like to me, it wasn't like man, this was standalone. Like easily just the best episode. Period.
Mm.
I thought they're all really good.
No, I agree. I totally agree. I think it's been a great season so far. And so I think like I really loved the first scene of this episode with Dunk in the cell, obviously thinking like, oh shit, I want to die for sure. I just punched a prince, not that chill in Westeros. And
No.
Egg comes in and he's like, trying to make right, but he's just so mad at Egg, rightfully so again. But then in the next scene when he's talking to his uncle, he's like, oh, Egg didn't mean it, he's a good boy. I just love that dynamic of like interpersonally, he's like, yeah, Egg, you really like fucked up here, but he's still like defending Egg to other people.
Oh yeah, 100%. I like that as well. I think it also like it's like it kind of describes where Dunk's at. Like we've talked about before. Like he can be like quick. How do I say? Like he's kind of got that like it would probably be considered like a peasant vibe where it's like he might be quick to anger and he'll be really real with you in the moment, but
Yeah.
he's very quick to like kind of get past that and be like, oh, why did I say that and be nice.
Yeah.
So he's just gonna tell you he's real, right? So he's just gonna tell you how it is, and then he sees Aegon being mistreated for it, and he's like he realizes that yeah, he's just a kid and he didn't mean anything by it. It really does speak to like yeah, just kind of I think we'll just see what we can see why Dunk gets some help on his side, right?
Yeah.
Eventually. Yeah, he's just a nice dude.
No, he is. And
Nice boy.
and not a nice boy is of course
uh,
um Bright Flame over here.
oh yeah, they
uh
brought in that line from the books where he said he's gonna honestly the fact that was it Raymond laughs at that like he's gonna turn him into a sister. I mean that's just I was like that's not even a laughable joke. Like if someone actually said that to their brother, like that's
fucked so fucked.
really fucked up. Yeah. Um yeah, he's like at least like that's at least Joffrey. Maybe I would
Yeah,
Joffrey have
right.
even said that to Tommen. Like I don't think so. I don't think he was like
Yeah.
quite like he was really sick in a lot of ways, but that's just like another like
Yeah.
he's killing
That's
cats. I mean,
yeah. Which is Joffrey coded.
yeah,
uh
Joffrey, yeah, for sure.
so that there's that, but you know basically they're setting Dunk up to do a trial by combat, and it's kind of like, look, like you can fight him and he'll probably not beat you. Let's be real. So this could kind of go that way. And then he pulls out this trial of the seven, which people don't know about. And yeah, it makes sense that he would want a trial of a seven instead of a straight up fight. He got pretty manhandled in the last episode.
Yeah, the ironic thing about it is though, is that it kind of just shows where Arian's at, because if we're talking like a straight jet, right? It's like if we do would they have like fought like horse on horse, or would it have been like,
Yeah, usually it seems like it starts like that, right?
because if it starts like that, Arian's got a chance, honestly,
Yeah,
especially he's probably going to cheat.
it's
um,
probably, yep.
right. And I feel like 1v1, you're less likely for it to end up in a melee, as where when there's 7v7, it's going to be really chaotic, right? So I was almost like but he just straight up knows he can't really fight. We saw,
Mhm.
why do you think he went for the guy's horse?
Yeah,
He's a coward, obviously. And, his dad immediately was like, "Oh, you're such a bitch." Like,
yeah, yeah.
but I
And
don't, but like,
it's extra funny because it's like they're Valerian descendants, and this is like a Faith of the Seven thing. And it's
oh,
like
yeah.
even more like, oh man, you're using like this loophole. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's a good point. They pride themselves a lot in their Valerian blood, and that's what separates them from others. And then,
Yeah,
yeah, it's
uses
a
this
good point.
loophole. And also he's like, oh great, now I'm gonna have to fight in this shit. Like gonna have to make the King's Guard do it all because you're like such a bitch. Like, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, he literally has his dad fight for him.
Yep. It's crazy. But Dunk goes, he sees his shield, which is very nice. With his new arms. Tanzel's gone. Obviously, I doubt any of that troop wanted to stay there after all of
Oh,
that. But it is nice that she finished that. And the blacksmith was a Pate. He comes through for Dunk as well.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Definitely showing that people are like, listen, shouldn't have done that, but respect it. That prince is a huge jerk.
Yeah, we see with the when he's like, "For you, like how many coppers?" We kind of start to see like, maybe people are recognizing what Dunk did in the chivalry in it. Obviously we, if we want to jump to the end of the episode, obviously a lot of the lords and ladies didn't really rise to the occasion for Dunk,
Yeah.
but that can't really surprise us that the general masses in public in front of the Targaryens, as much as this is during a time of like political turmoil for sure. They're not going to stick up for some peasant. And
No.
right, that's a whole huge point of the show. Is like no one knows who Penny Tree is, right? Everyone looks down on these hedge knights, even though they're essentially the front lines of the army.
Yeah.
For like modern
Right.
day for us, it's like those are like the Marines, right? And
Right. Yeah.
just saying, like those are the guys like taking shafts to the chest, like they're getting fucked up and putting it all on the
Mhm.
line, and no one cares.
No, that's a good point. That's a very good point. But we got another scene with the fossil ways. Who had a chance here to redeem himself, but he can't do it.
So I'll call myself out. I think I was rereading the graphic novel, and I got to the part where his Stefan Fosway is like, "Oh, I'll volunteer and serve with you." So I was like, "Is he bad?" Because I
Yeah,
didn't really
yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah.
what happened, but I was like, "That was a solid move." And but honestly, it showed that, to be fair, he's offered lordship, right?
Yeah,
And yeah, for context, not if everyone doesn't know this, at this time, the Fosways had their land taken away, so they're basically just landed knights, which means they do. He's a knight. He's I don't know if his dad's alive, but basically, whoever is head of their family, they're just they're a knight and they have land, but the land is owned by someone else, and they are not an
yeah,
actual lord. Um, right. So when you look at it that way, maybe for a second he was going to do a good thing, but it was all for self-centeredness.
yeah.
Um, he definitely, definitely kind of a piece of shit. But his brother, his cousin is like, I don't know. I don't even know if Dunk deserves that good. As cool as Dunk is, like, does even Dunk deserve that good of a friend? This guy's just like it's almost like I'll kill myself if you ask me, bro. Like I feel like that's his energy. It's just
Like
kind of like
Keith from
what?
Righteous Gemstones.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
dude,
that's true.
I'll slit my arm open right now. And just like no one's asking you to do that, Raymond. Like we
Yeah,
just met, man. We had a beer. It was a good
gotta be
time, but like,
so that's just close to it. And I feel like I've known you my whole life.
yeah, yeah,
Like, all right.
yeah. He's like the guy. Yeah, like, I take a bullet for you, bro. What?
Yeah. No, but he really would. He
Yeah,
really would.
I mean, clearly he's. I mean, given also we have to, because we're now jumping to like him getting knighted. He does get knighted out of it, right? And obviously he's sick of being a squire to this.
Yeah,
but
understandable.
But it shows where he's at, right? Because like his family getting, even though he's a lesser Fossaway, he's got no shot. His family getting their lordship back is, if he was a greedy guy, that is like a good thing, right? And if he squires for him in this, it'd be a good chance to get knighted, I bet. Even though it seems like his cousin's kind of a dick, he probably wouldn't knight him. But
yeah, definitely.
He's like, he doesn't give a shit about any of that, right? He just cares about what's right. And when he's had no reason to do so, he's like just saw that Dunk is like a genuine good dude. And also, honestly, maybe he's just kind of smart. He's like, yeah, this guy's a unit. Like he's gonna like fuck some people up. Like,
yeah.
This is...
Oh man. And then to round out the eclectic group, Lionel Baratheon, our boy, the Laughing Storm coming through. Probably heard he probably heard about this from Egg and was like, oh shit, Dunk, yeah, that's my boy. I'm in.
Yeah. and I do like, obviously in the books they don't have any connection. This was all, but it works really well. And I like how he's just like almost like what is like the most interesting man in the world kind of thing, where he's just in the armor, he's just like, sup, dude. Like, he's like, what's up, man? I don't even need an intro, bro. He's like, I'm half in the bag right now. Let's do this.
Yeah, I did love the line. In the books, I think he says he's like wants to bloody a Targaryen prince, but in this, he's like, I want to, you don't really get a chance to bloody the Kingsguard in their like what was it, white gowns or whatever.
Yeah, that's a very him thing. Like it just goes with his character in this show and in the books that he'd want to see if he can fuck up some Kingsguard for sure.
Oh yeah, big opportunity for him if he's not missing it for the world.
Yeah, I feel like definitely the vibe would be like, what's up, dude? I got your back here. If your head gets cut off, I am gonna probably laugh, but also I got you.
But yeah, so great. And then we got the other knights, the Mad Knight. What was his name again?
Is that the one whose hair is it Harold Harding?
Yeah, and he's got the chainmail over his put out eye, which I thought was a very great look.
Is it here? Or is Harold Harding is he in?
Oh, is he the guy who got his leg broken?
Well, I'm thinking, but there's like a Robin, because Harding is also the last name of the guy who's in the books from the Erie with. I don't want to like spoil.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Harry the heir. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't when those books come out and we cover them on here someday, right? Let me look up. All right, so Robin Rising.
That's right.
Yes.
I got like kind of like the two
right. Yeah. There's a lot of characters in all these various stories, but he's in he's a lunatic, but he feels that Dunk's cause is righteous, so he's in. Like I said, I really liked the chainmail over the eye. I thought that was a great touch.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very fun and just like interesting. Then Humphrey Harding, who we saw earlier. Yeah, Humphrey Harding. He got his leg fucked up. Now he's on Arian Bright Flame's horse, which I thought was cool. You know, a little continuity there. Um, and then his brother by marriage, Humphrey Beesbury, is the other one.
Yeah, yeah. And
Who's
I feel like they maybe briefly touched upon Beesbury.
yeah. I don't really even remember him in the story before this, but
I just always
yeah.
remember whenever I remember reading the books, like whenever there's like a Beesbury for some reason, I imagine like kind of like the is it series of unfortunate events, the pictures of like the kid who's like chubby with like some glasses and like slick back hair. I imagine like someone like
Right.
that with like a little bee like robe. And then his helmet, right? He's probably got a similar helmet with a little horn.
Yeah. But you know, we have this great scene where they're like, all right, Dunk, Knight, you know, him, and we have a like there's a moment where he looks off and he sees Sir Arlen, who gives him like a weird face. And I've seen this interpreted a lot of ways. The one that I agree with probably is like Dunk can't knight him because he's not a knight and he doesn't know the words because he wasn't knighted himself. Um, I don't know if that was the same interpretation you had or what.
100%. I was actually
Yeah.
going to touch upon that was they did a really good job of that, where there's a very obvious like but like and no one really catches on to it, even though and the guy who plays the Laughing Storm, he just does such a good job where it's like you can kind of tell he's like, wait, are you a knight? Like,
Yeah.
but it's like also like he's just like he could accuse you of treachery like any minute, but also tell you you're his boy, and or like ask me you're down for like a threesome or so, who knows?
Yeah, right. What are you doing after this?
Yeah.
After the trial? Yeah, you want to hang more? Or I'm just trying to survive. I don't know.
Yeah, you could definitely see him like 3 days later with like some squire, like just random guys. Like, well, how the hell am I hanging out at the Laughing Storm? And he's just like on a 3-day binge, like they're like hawking somewhere, and he's like, wait, where am I?
Yeah.
Who are you? Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, great scene here where he gets knighted and Dunk gets out of it, but he's still one short until
Big drop.
love the like suspense building. You know, Baylor bit of a diva, I would say.
I mean, I'm sure I'd have to go back. I'm sure there was like a buildup, but that was like a really big buildup. I thought I was like, man, they're really going for it. Like when he did like the second time and no one talks after already there was the fart and the laugh, you're just like feeling sorry for him. And then you're almost like kind of feeling like you're like, are some of these lords going to get mad at him? Be like, well, fuck you.
Yeah, right.
And then it did the music. It was very classic. I don't know that I expected that necessarily in the books, but it's kind of obvious it's going to happen,
Yeah, they did a good job. And, as much as I didn't hate the subversion of the Game of Thrones theme in the first episode. Like, I thought it was funny, but, with the poop joke. But the fact that the subverted it made it even better when it came in this moment, in my opinion,
Oh, I guess I didn't necessarily connect the two because the scenes are so different, but
very different scenes.
But it was good use of it was a good use of the music. The other music was kind of unexpected. This I was kind of like, all right, it makes sense. Like this is like a big moment, right? We got a Targaryen coming in. Now we're kind of like, oh shit, maybe this guy Dunk, maybe he's fucking somebody. Maybe I don't mean like fucking somebody. I mean maybe
maybe he is somebody. Yeah. No, I got you. And I just think it was so great, and I can't wait for the next episode.
Oh no, me neither. And it's kind of crazy. We still have 2 more episodes, to be honest, right?
Yeah,
it's already hit a pretty huge climax, and it's like, oh, only 2 more episodes, and then we're gonna have to wait. Yeah, man. This is definitely a show. Like, if they wanted to, they could have milked it more, and I would watch. I definitely would say it's like I get more excited for it than I did with House of Dragon for sure. And I thought House of Dragon was really good.
Yeah, me too. I love House of Dragon. I know people aren't that big on the second season. I enjoyed it, but
I thought it was good. I thought
Yeah.
parts of it were better than anything in the first season, from what I remember. Like
Yeah.
overall, the first season, I feel like it's probably overall better, but I thought the second season had really strong points, and it's still a very good show.
No, I agree. And maybe I'm just seeing like people online and like the most negative voices are always the loudest. You know.
Yeah, and there's a right. We know that again. They had to get creative with the content, and
Mhm.
yeah, I feel like people are just tend to be really critical. I mean, again, I maybe it's just me, but I felt like what the last like 3 seasons of Game of Thrones were not very good. So like to me,
Yeah.
like season 2 is like the writing is honestly a lot better than some of the end of Game of Thrones for me at least.
Mhm. No, I get you. I don't know if that's gonna be a popular opinion. We'll let the comment section handle us,
Let me
but
know.
that'll be
Well, we're
dragging
talking.
us.
You don't
Whatever.
think you don't think the last few seasons? That's
Yeah, everything from the Dorne storyline on
about that when
is
we're
like,
getting in when we're
yeah.
getting into like with the sisters and like they call him as like someone like pussycat is like I just remember that from that point on it's like
Yeah,
this
it's
is like
like
getting like
you
questioned.
like the bad girl, but you need the bad pussy is the line that everyone's always like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, and then from I mean I'm just saying from there on I think some of the writing was questionable. I haven't there's some like plot points for sure. I guess you could argue are weak in House of the Dragon, but I don't think any of the writing is like matching that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it really we all know House of Dragon season 2 was supposed to be 10 episodes, and then they cut it down to 8 at the last second while the writer's strike was going on. So it's a little anticlimactic, but it's like they couldn't write anything new because they were on strike, and the network kind of screwed them over. So is what it is.
Yeah, it's a very good point.
Yeah. All right, Ryan. Anything else that we didn't touch on that you wanted to?
From this episode, no, not really. I continue to be impressed. I think actually the casting for Egg, because we talk a lot about Dunk. Obviously, he's perfect as Dunk.
Yeah.
And even now, it's like because there's some slight differences in the appearance, mostly just like hair color. But like now, it's like you don't even think about that. It's just like even
Yeah.
when he's like sitting in the prison, it's Dunk. It's Dunk, right?
Yeah. Right.
But I think the casting for Egg is just as good.
Yeah. Amazing. This kid is so good.
So good.
He's
And
only 10 years old when they filmed this.
he delivers it. I just feel like, yeah, he just looks like such a small, like fragile kid. I feel like just like you would imagine like Egg, but like, with just like a shit ton of heart.
Yep.
Yeah, spot on.
Yeah. I can't wait for more seasons of this. Hopefully, I think they're filming them soon. So that's great. But yeah, other than that, thank you so much for checking out this episode. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. We have new videos coming out every week, as well as other podcasts. We got the Traders podcast happening on this channel if you're into reality television. Also, Survivor season 50 is coming out end of the month. So that's going to be a big thing, and we're going to be covering that. Check out the main channel. We get everything. Those fake nerds for nerd and pop culture news, and we get sports for sports news. All right, Ryan, thanks so much. We will see you in the next one.